Time for the word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money this morning. Joining me now, Walser Wealth Management President Rebecca Walser, host of the Watchdog on Wall Street radio show, President of Markowski Investments, Chris Markowski, and Michael Lee, strategy founder, Michael Lee. Michael, let's kick it off with you. Futures are searching for direction this morning. Markets looking to extend last week's rally. The S&P 500 seeing its best week since February, ending in record territory. Your reaction to that and the week ahead, Mike?
Yeah, Dagan, 2 weeks ago was a pretty ugly week for the market, so it was nice to see a bounce back last week. I think what the story of the second quarter is going to be similar to the story to the third quarter, where interest rates have more or less stabilized and the bond market has almost completely, if not totally completely, shrugged off inflation concerns. And this is giving technology a platform to go higher, where if we're going to have runaway inflation and bond markets are higher, that gives credence to old line value companies that will see substantial revenue growth through inflation, okay? If this inflation is temporary and transitory, as I believe, and the bond market seems to believe, then technology is the way to go, because companies that can grow their earnings and their revenue at 20, 30, 40% are simply worth more than the rest of the market. So I think we're going to continue to have this broad-based market rally throughout the summer, a grinding higher, if you will, and but technology lead the way, as it underperformed dramatically in the first quarter, outperformed slightly in the second quarter. So I would be overweight technology going into the third quarter, as I think the story is going to be continued economic improvement, albeit at a slightly slower rate. And we're also looking at a gangbusters earnings season with analyst estimates up 63% year over year. I would say that number is probably a little bit too low, and I would like to see estimates come up for the rest of the year. And I think that's what's going to lead us higher for the rest of the year.
Awesome. We'd like good news. Rebecca, the U.S. IPO market is setting new records in the first half of the year with no signs of slowing. From April to June alone, there were 113 IPOs, which raised just under $40 billion, and some notable ones hitting the block this summer. Trading app Robinhood, Chinese-based ride-hailing company Didi. Rebecca, what's behind this IPO boom?
You know, Dagan, with every tragedy or every adversity comes opportunity, right? And so what you're seeing is, we had a big IPO market last year with over 490 IPOs that raised over $170 billion. So I think it's just the opportunity of what can we do to get back in and really get back to going. And there's a lot of ones that are very interesting. Robinhood is one that we've mentioned. I'm interested to see how, what happened earlier this year with the, Reddit, Wall Street Bets group, how that affects, because that's obviously got litigation. But I think it's just, the market's coming back together and saying there's a lot of opportunity to expand here. And also the mergers, we're also seeing a lot of merger activity, which is kind of ironic, Dagan, given the fact that, we've got now Congress really starting to look at potentially antitrust issues. There's a lot of opportunity. And I think just to, everyone's point here, that there's a lot of capital really low. If you look at the corporate, risk spreads over the treasuries, we're seeing really narrow. So money is really easy. And so it's a great time to raise and to make these IPOs happen.
Chris, let's talk about jobs. The June jobs report out this Friday. Estimates right now show 675,000 jobs added, with the unemployment ticking down to 5.7%. What are your expectations, and what does it say about the broader economy?
I think it's going to get a little bit better than it's been. Everything has been, I guess, unexpected to the downside over the past couple of months, and that's simply because of extended unemployment benefits. Great to see. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have close to 22 states, if I'm not mistaken, that are going to eliminate that. I know it's anecdotal, but most of my clients are small to mid-sized business owners around the country, and they've been working their butts off just trying to keep up. Certain states, I happen to reside in the state of New York, you can't go by a store without seeing an unemployment, help wanted. We need workers. Unemployment, it's awful at this point in time. So, you look at things moving forward. Hopefully, we get rid of some of this extended unemployment. It moves on to some more states. The unemployment numbers will improve.
Great to see you all this morning. Rebecca Walser, Chris Markowski, and Michael Lee. Thank you so much for being here. Great insight all around.